Hey girl, do you wish you could make your healthy habits stick, but life keeps getting in the way? Are you tired of diet culture telling you to shrink yourself when you'd rather just find true food freedom, move your body for joy, and feel and look good in your favorite leggings? Then you're in the right place. Think of this as Atomic Habits for women. Hey, I'm Emily Nichols, habit and fitness coach, millennial mom, and Taco Tuesday enthusiast. I'm here to tell you there is an easier way than what we've been taught about health and our habits. How do I know? Because I've gone from former chronic dieter to habit hacker through the power of the system that I'm now going to teach you so you can finally stop dieting and just train for life via your habits. Remember, it's not your fault your healthy habits haven't stuck. We just have to do them differently. Are you ready to habit hack your health? Then let's do this. Hey gang, happy Habit Hack Thursday. This is a little different Habit Hack Thursday because I wanted to give you a little bit more behind the scenes of how I help other busy working millennial moms make some very creative habit hacks in their lives, because we all have very unique schedules and lives, right? You're at different seasons depending on how old your children are, where you are at in your career, if you work in the office, if you work from home, if you do a little bit of both, if you have a long commute, if you're trying to get your workouts in, what stage you are at in life as far as I'm an elder millennial, I'm 42. Am I going through perimenopause? Am I going through menopause soon? I don't know, right? As women, our health, we're all at different stages there too. So I want to show you how this is done. And I really hope this story inspires you to come up with your own unique habit hacks as well and take action. So I did a schedule audit of this client and provided her some custom habit loops. This is how you take action, my friend. So starting a habit takes intention and brain power. And this is honestly one of my favorite things I do for clients because it takes the guesswork out for them, right? I am giving them some helpful habit loops based on their particular schedule in order to help them start taking action, to take the decision fatigue away from them. Because I think sometimes maybe you listen to the show, you're like, okay, I can create a habit loop, but then how do I do it? How do I make this work in my life? So I do this with my girls inside of my signature course, the Healthy Habits Accelerator pod course. And I actually provide over 60 habit loops. I even give suggestions of habit loops that aren't so healthy for you to show you how to unloop them and create a new routine. With the Atomic Habit hacking system for women that I teach, it's a 4-step higher level habit strategy that leaves you with a 21-day plan to really help you make your habits stick and focus on that health first, weight loss second approach. So you can grab it at bit.ly/healthy habits pod course. So let's chat about my friend Kim's schedule audit and the habit loops I gave her. So Kim's goal is to move more. She wants to get moving more. And she would really like to focus on doing wall Pilates or somatic exercises at least 4 to 5 times a week. Now, she was able to give me some of her schedule, what her morning block, her work block, and evening block look like. And based off of her schedule, I was able to create some habit loops. But I also did this keeping in mind she is in menopause. So there's some hormonal fluctuations and side effects, right? So she gave me a lot of really good info about her schedule, where she's at in her life as far as work hours, what she wants to do, where she's at with her health right now. And whenever I create a habit loop, I give you the basic cue, routine, reward, but I also do it from the sense of, okay, how does this work particularly for a woman at this stage in her life? So let's talk about one of her first habit loops. So in the morning, she said she would usually wake up about 5:20, go to the bathroom, get a cup of coffee, climb back in bed to drink the coffee, watch the morning news, shower, put on makeup, do your hair, get dressed, pack up everything, fill the water bottles, make them another coffee to go and breakfast and lunch, and then leave to go to work at 7:20. Okay, she's wanting to work out 4 to 5 days a week. She can do these exercises at work, which is one of the questions I asked, or at home, excuse me. I guess she could do it at work too, but she's doing them at home. And one of her first habit loops, I gave her some morning movement. So the cue is when she gets up, she's already gone to the bathroom. That's a trigger that's already there. I want her workout clothes already laid out. That's a visual cue in the bathroom. The routine is she's going to go straight to doing wall Pilates or a somatic workout, using a free video or something that she already has. And the reward is her actual coffee and feeling accomplished and relaxed after your workout, right? I told her, I was like, if you want to, depending on like your own nervous system and relaxing on the way you want to, you could even like put the news on if you really wanted to watch it while you were doing some type of movement. Now, why did I do this? Well, instead of going straight to the coffee and your cortisol levels are already a little higher when you wake up in the morning, and adding a little coffee can sometimes be maybe a little problematic or raise your cortisol levels a little bit more. How about we do some movement, get to moving that body first, and the reward is the coffee, right? Just a little delayed gratification. Like I love making my coffee in the morning. I love the ritual of it. So this gives her just pushing it back a little bit more and see what that does for her. So another one that we talked about was some morning mindset, right? So the cue is her alarm goes off. So still something that's already on her schedule. The routine is she's already been using the Calm app sometimes at night to help her before she goes to bed. Well, I said, well, the new routine when your alarm goes off, instead of getting coffee and watching the news and maybe raising your blood pressure and watching the news and drinking coffee at the same time, right? How about we use the Calm app to do a morning wake-up meditation instead? And y'all, this is so tiny. This is so itty-bitty, right? And the reward on the other side is she feels calm and ready to start the day, right? Just regulating that nervous system a little bit before you dysregulate it. And then lastly, another option that I gave her was some PM movement. So some evening movement, right? So she said in her PM block at 5 p.m., she starts making dinner, she cleans the kitchen, set the coffee maker for the next morning. I love that. She has dinner by 6, relax and watch some TV by 9. She washes her face, brush her teeth, PJs, go to bed, sleep by 10. She uses a little sleep story from the Calm app and do it again the next day. So I suggested, okay, well, from 6 to 9, there's a lot of time there for movement, right? Hey girl, real quick, do you have a habit hacking question for me? Like, what healthy habit should you start with? Advice on creating your own habit loops? What is the Atomic Habits for Women philosophy? Or maybe you have a specific question about your food freedom, mindset, or movement habits? I got you. Go to bit.ly/habit hacking question. It's also linked in the show notes for you, and record a message to me with your question. If I select your question, I'll answer it live on the podcast for you, and I'll send you a habit tracker for doing so. Looking forward to hearing from you. Now let's get back to the show. Let's move our movement to later in the day. So the cue is clean up after dinner. The routine is to do your wall Pilates or somatic workout. The reward is you feel that workout high and relax as you start your bedtime routine, especially with the type of workout she's wanting to do. They're very relaxing and very good for building muscle tone and regulating your nervous system as well. So these are just a couple of the habit loops that I suggested to Kim. Like I said, I do this for my girls inside of the pod course. If you're looking to do a schedule audit and more customization, there's an option to add on a mentorship where I'm able to give you a little bit more customized help. She's going to try these habit loops and see what happens over 21 days. She said, "Thank you so much, Emily. These habit loops are such great ideas. I'm going to implement them starting now and see how I feel in 21 days. I am so hopeful." And that's all I want for you. I hope this episode was super hopeful and inspirational for you, and to show you how easy it could be to set up some habit loops. If you need some help with it though, girl, I am here to help you. You can grab the course. It's a pod course, meaning you can listen to it on the go. You can add on one-on-one help if you need it as well. Also, if you need some help, if you're like, I don't know, I want to start creating my own habit loops, you feel inspired, you can grab the Healthy Habits cheat sheet at bit.ly/Healthy Habits cheat sheet. I go in a little deeper on this quick little PDF on how to create your own habit loops, and I give you 60 ideas around food freedom, mindset, and movement to help you start creating some habit loops to take care of your health. So I hope today brings you a little fire under your tushy, ready to take some action. Habit loops will definitely help you do that. It's one of my favorite, juiciest habit strategies, and I'm so excited to hear about Kim's progress over the next 21 days. All right, friends, happy habit hacking. I'll catch up with you next week. Hey girl, real quick before you go, did you know I have a secret podcast where I talk all about why most habit strategies don't work for us women? Spoiler alert, it's not our fault. Visit bit.ly/atomic habits for women. It's linked in the show notes to access my secret podcast series and have your biggest aha moment about why and how women have to do habits differently. And if you love the podcast, the number one way you can thank me is to leave a rating and review in iTunes. That way, more mamas can find the show. Love and appreciate you, friend. We'll see you next time.